I want to talk about how we can make a difference. This comes from a very deep part of my heart, something that I've always believed in, but the things that have happened recently have made me realise that I want to say something to you all. And because I know that there are a lot of like-minded people out there, when you get to a certain age, you become very cynical about the country and the government and the way the country's run. And we do a lot of moaning about it, but we take very little action when really we could stand up and make a difference. The example I always use is when Diana died. I'm not talking about the rights and wrongs of the royal family here, but what I am saying is that in 1997, when Diana died, thousands, if not millions of people stood up, came out on the streets to express their disappointment and to express dissatisfaction with her untimely death. And if the same number of people who, lots and lots of us feel the same about the government, stood up to be counted and did something about it, then we could have our voices heard instead of just moaning at each other in the pub or on Facebook or whatever we do now. Look in the past about the suffragettes and the feminist movement and gay rights and standing up and being counted. We could do that now, right? We didn't vote this government in. We didn't ask for the Conservative and Lib Dem coalition. There was a hung parliament. I mean, for God's sake, with the first past the post system, that's how they snuck into government there, and that shouldn't have happened. UKIP are only gaining a foothold because people are disappointed and disillusioned with the government as it stands. No one in their right minds would want UKIP to have any seats or have any say in this country. UKIP today have come out and said if a fetus shows it's got Down syndrome, it should automatically be aborted. What the fuck is that all about? We could show we don't want UKIP in the country. We could tell this present government to represent us instead of doing what they do. Gove has decided who and what in literature my children are going to study. I never asked him for that. You never asked him for that. I don't want the country to be run as it is for my generation and for my children and their children. And what I'm saying is, we could stand up and revolutionise the country. I'm not talking about getting sticks with pieces of cloth doused in petrol and holding up fires round places like Buckingham Palace and the Houses of Parliament. But I am saying we don't have to let it go on as it is. My son said, Mum, why don't you become an MP? And I think I'd make a bloody good MP. But the problem is, the minute I become a politician, then I am tarred with that word politician and I become as untrusted as the rest of them. Whereas in fact, I'm not like the rest of them. I could make a difference. I could represent you and us, and we could make a difference together. I'm saying we should. I mean, we're laughing at Bez standing for Parliament, but if enough of us came out and had the right policies and the right reasons for things to happen in the country, then why can't we make it happen? And all I'm saying is that I know you out there are people among you who I love, who I know have the same moral standing as me and want the same things. You can show this to your friends and their friends, and we could do something about it. I'm not saying what right now, but I'm saying just have a think about it, will you? Here endeth my speech.